And Anupam, what's about you?
Yeah, it's always great to see you, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning in Edmonton, very bright and sunny, and what a day to really bring such a very wonderful topic as well for discussion.
Yeah, before starting that, I just want to play a video. Can I?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Tehran was diagnosed with autism when he was a year and a half old. He has been heavily involved in acting movement and dialogue, monologues from movies and TV, and multiple shows since the age of 8. He has done plays and musical theater. Pulkit Chopra, born with cerebral palsy and nephrotic syndrome, defied odds to excel academically. Graduated with 89% in grade 12, he now pursues an MA in marketing at Heriot-Watt University, while founding Project Happiness to empower people of determination through handmade product sales. Pranav Bakshi, 23, India's first fashion model with autism, is a versatile talent. He's excelled on runways, won awards, delivered TEDx talks, designed for Tata Power, and works as an associate digital producer at Thomson Reuters. Leela Ahir, Anupama Bakshi, Meeta Chopra, Saroj Thapa, and Kusum Datta tirelessly support providing encouragement and a nurturing environment.
V4U Radio, kabhi bhi, kahin.
So, Anupam, today I'm very happy. Actually, I welcome everyone on board. When we were kids, we used to see a program called Star Trek. I hope you would have also seen it, Anupam. We are few brilliant minds with exceptional leadership quality ventured into places where no man had gone before. So, in the next few hours, we will be witnessing energy, experience, and enthusiasm of all these kids who have redefined the meaning of life itself in the first few decades of their life. So I just want to welcome everybody.
Just a
So
little bit of a disturbance, background noise I heard, but welcome everyone on board. Welcome Leela ji and welcome Sehran.
Hi.
welcome
Welcome
Pranav.
now.
Hello.
Hi Pranav.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome,
Welcome
welcome,
Pulkit and
well,
Meeta ji.
Hello.
Kusum ji is missing,
but
and
welcome Kusum ji. Yeah, she'll be joining.
yeah, and Anupma ji. I think her video was not working, camera was not working, but she will join us soon. So Anupam, let's just start the show. Our heroes are here.
Yes, absolutely. And I said that this is a wonderful segment for V4U Radio. As all of you know, that we have got four segments, which is basically the four pillars that we follow. One of the pillars is inclusion and diversity, and this is a great way to really uh, do a show on inclusion, wherein we've got four young heroes who are going to talk about such wonderful things today, full of energy, full of accomplishments. So I'm equally excited as everyone else is, Vandana, and please carry forward.
Yeah, so I want to call Pranav सबसे पहले I want to call Pranav actually Pranav Bakshi because it's in India, it's not 10 p.m. here. So Pranav Bakshi, 23, is India's first fashion model with autism. He has walked the ramp for the prestigious Lakme Fashion Week. Wow. He is
Oh,
India's first,
thanks.
yeah. Pranav is India's first person with autism to win the HT Hindustan Times City 30 Under 30 Young Achievers Award. He is India's first person with autism to deliver four TEDx talk. Wow, Pranav.
Thanks.
He is a trained graphic designer and has done prestigious assignments. He has designed the logo for Tata Power. Wow. Tata Power CSR initiative. He works for Thomson Reuters as associate digital producer. He is an award-winning photographer. An article written by him have published. I don't know. We will talk about it, Pranav, very soon. He is a fitness freak that I can see. He has represented himself as a self-advocate at prestigious forum. Wow, Pranav. Welcome.
Thanks.
Pranav,
So,
so proud to see you, so proud to have you. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आज आपके लिए हम बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस लेकर आए हैं. आर यू
पर
रेडी?
क्वेश्चन से पहले अनुपम एक छोटी सी वीडियो प्रणव की
बिल्कुल
चला दूं?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल दिखाएं. अरे बिल्कुल.
Now we take a look into the journey of 23-year-old Ripana Bakshi, India's first model who has autism, and as part of the initiative summoned by Hyundai,
Autism is not a disease, it's a condition. Autism is my superpower. I don't suffer from autism.
Tata Power's Pay or Tension initiative also collaborated with Pranav Bakshi, who is India's first model with autism, to celebrate the Pay or Tension initiative champions, which also reflects on the mascot as a superhero with special abilities.
I'm happy to collaborate with Tata Power to design the mascot for their Pay or Tension initiative. I appreciate Tata Power's commitment.
Fun facts about autism. 1. Autism is an invisible disability, but we don't want to be invisible. I am seen and heard, and it feels good. 2. Autism is a condition, not a disease. Don't feel sorry for us, otherwise I will have to feel sorry for your ignorance. 3. Autism is a spectrum. We all behave differently. I behave like a perfect gentleman. If you please. 4. Autism is a lifelong condition. Don't try to fix us. My life rocks, and I wouldn't change it for anything. 5. Autism spectrum is a storehouse of talents. Acknowledge it. I'm a fashion model, TEDx speaker, Thomson Reuters employee, graphic designer, photographer, writer, fitness freak and a big Radio 1. Marvel movies, Tom Cruise and Ryan Seacrest fan.
वाह,
Wow.
so emotional, so good. So Pranav, my first question to you is, tell us about your childhood.
When I was small, I was very naughty, and I chewed away my sister's Barbie doll feet, and I used to destroy my sister's doll house. I'm well mannered, and I used to throw mom's phone in the pot, and I flushed it. I used I used to play in R Block Park, and I liked watching Cartoon Network. And I used to play Super Mario game with my sister.
Oh wow, I have also played that Super Mario and Lucy. So Pranav, when did you decide to become a model?
I decided to become a model when I went for Art for Autism festival, and I was introduced to modeling as an activity, and I fell in love with it. When I came back, I saw models walking on the ramp in a big screen in a mall, and I wanted to be like them. I clicked pictures of the billboards and I sent them to my mom. And I said to mom that I wanted to be like them.
Okay, so why do you like modeling?
I like modeling because I like to pose in front of the camera, and I
Oh
like to
yeah,
walk around when amazing music plays.
that's
So
interesting.
Pranav, why do you say autism is your superpower?
Autism is my superpower because it's not a disease, it's a condition, and we don't suffer from autism.
Wow. Pranav, what do you like to do? Yes, please. Yes, Kusumji.
I said this is a so perfect answer he has given, and that state of mind makes you, helps you to win the world. That is the thing. Wonderful.
So what do you
Sorry.
like? Yeah. No, no, no. Please, Kusum, you keep asking. Kusumji, please. You are the eldest and you know a lot actually. You're working since so long. So what do you like to do as a graphic designer, Pranav? Pranav?
I like to do photoshops, animations, posters, and vectors.
Wow. So do you find it easy? Like I think it's a tough task like animation and
Yes,
other.
I find it easy.
You find it
Wow.
easy?
Yes.
That's interesting. Yes,
So
Anupam, you wanna ask anything?
who taught you? I heard, like, when I was reading, I was so impressed, Pranav. You are doing so many things, and of course, I would like to learn a few things, but I want to know who taught you photography.
No one taught me photography. I did it myself. I go for photo
Wow.
walks.
Okay. So how like you're using mobile camera or some DXR or big camera or something like that?
Yes, I use that iPhone camera.
Okay. And you know editing and everything also?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting about you, Pranav. My God, we have to learn a lot from you because we need editor for our daily shows with the right spelling. Okay, Pranav, ये बताओ. We have heard that you are very helpful, and during COVID, you helped the COVID affected people also. So tell us how you did that because it's such an infectious disease and how you managed everything.
I've designed 3 sets of trays and coasters and I sold them. I've collected money and I gave it to PM Cares Fund to help
Wow,
people who are troubled because of COVID.
My
wow,
God.
wow, wow,
So how
wow.
did you raise fund? Like a general question, like it's not easy actually because we were also doing it in Dubai at that time. So you used to put the pamphlet or something like that or advertise?
I've designed trays and coasters.
He put it
Okay.
out on social media. He
Yes,
sold
I've
it
Wow.
also
on
put
social
it on
media.
social media.
Wow. I'm so glad.
And
So tell us
Pranav,
about your day routine, Pranav.
I wake up early in the morning and I start doing fitness early in the morning. After that, I drink my protein shake. After I
Wow.
drink the protein shake, I start multimedia class from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. After that, I have lunch and I have vegetables, jwa roti and chicken. After
Wow.
that, I start working with Thomson Reuters from 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. During short break
wow,
at 4:30 p.m., I drink cold coffee. And also during dinner break, I have stir-fried vegetables, gluten-free bread, and omelette. And after I work with Thomson Reuters, I start watching news from 9 p.m. till 10:15 p.m. And I also see if doors of the house are locked.
absolutely.
Okay,
Great.
that's your duty. Wow.
I just want to take a moment to acknowledge all our viewers. We've got lots of viewers right now. I want to thank Prabha, Geetika, Gopalji, Smita, Vipul, Jerry for taking time, Dilip for
Poonam
taking
ji,
time and joining. Yes, so thank you so much,
Smita.
folks, for joining and participating. And let's carry on. Yes. So Pranav, um, I
So Pranav, this
heard
is
that.
your daily routine. One question, Anupam. What do you do on your weekend?
On weekends, I go to see movies in PVR cinemas after I see the review on Google. And on Sundays, I binge watch Netflix on Sundays. And I have popcorn, nachos, Godrej yummies,
Oh,
crispy fried chicken, chicken bites, and chicken nuggets. And I also have ice cream soda.
wow.
Also, I go for golf practice. And I also go for cycling. And I also go for photo walks.
Yes, Anupam.
No, I'm just amazed. I was about to ask Nupama ji that Nupama ji, he also has 24 hours, right? He doesn't have
Oh,
48 hours in a
yes.
day.
So,
Yeah.
sometimes we talk of, our young adults are too focused and this. So with Pranav, he's turned everything around in a way that it becomes very positive. He's very focused. He does not like to waste time. He likes to excel. He's self-inspired and he likes to put in a lot in a day. So he's managing that. So no
Yeah, yeah.
complaints.
I
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
So
I can.
I wanted to add one point to all the beautiful women mothers here and also to all the viewers that I get to work with lots of people like Pranav in here in Edmonton. And one thing I find that makes them so special is their amount of focus
Yeah.
and attention to details. Like we cannot even come close to the focus part, and that's what
Yes.
I think I learned from them, how to stay focused to a job. If you give them something, they will be so focused, and that makes me so proud to really talk to a young person like Pranav, because I'm learning so much as I'm talking. Pranav, I want to ask, I also heard, apart from so many gazillion things you do in a day, great work, you are also writing something about that book writing.
I write about I write about flashbacks and different houses, and I feel happy when it gets published.
Wow, it will surely it will get published. So I have heard about your fitness resume and everything, but is there anything special which you follow except all these?
I also follow low FODMAP diet.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So what kind of movies do you like wish to watch like you're watching?
I like to watch science fiction movies, action movies, and Marvel movies. Tom Cruise is very inspiring.
Which movie of Tom Cruise can I ask?
Mission Impossible.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, we also love Tom Cruise here. So for sure, you got something in common. So I also heard that you love radio, listening to radio channels and all that. So what? Um, tell us the kind of music you like to listen to.
Radio is my favorite invention, and I
Oh
listen to
wow.
24.3
Ah,
Radio 1 all the time.
So,
And I listen to Sam Fessler still uh, Saturday 12 a.m. And I also listen to 94.3 Radio 1 Mega Mix from, from Saturday 10 p.m. till Sunday 12 a.m. And I
Saturday
also hear
10.
and I also hear On Air with Ryan Seacrest, an American Top 40 with Ryan Seacrest from Saturday 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. And I also on Sundays from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m.
My God.
right.
So your parents allow?
Yes.
That's interesting
Parents
question.
love it.
So you're watching together might be.
No, because we've learned so much of music along with him. So because he's a walking, talking encyclopedia of music. You say any word and he knows a song for that.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that
So a
So
lot of
helps.
people
Pran-
have joined actually. अभी वो question भी पूछेंगे. Dilip Sinha, Nandita Agarwal, Nishant, and Oshmi Datta. They have joined. So thank you very much.
absolutely,
I,
absolutely.
I
Pranav,
would be
one.
Pranav,
happy to take Oshmi Datta's question. I'm sorry for interrupting. Oshmi Datta, if time allows, I'll take your question about low FODMAP diet
Please, please,
later.
please. मैं question को
Thank
लिखती
you.
हूँ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm putting it here.
and Pranav, so what are your future plans then? You're into so many things. What are your future plans?
My future plan is I'm going to shift to Mumbai and live in Mumbai. And also I'm going to do modeling forever and ever and not retire at all.
So
Wow, very
Delhi,
But
Delhi
yeah,
is going to miss. Delhi is going to miss you then. If you're, but why are you fond of Mumbai? Let me ask you. Why are you so fond of Mumbai?
I'm only fond of Mumbai because it has Nariman Point, Marine Drive, the
yeah,
White and Gateway of India.
It also has Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
yeah. It also has Amitabh Bachchan, Amir Khan, so many people.
And I
Okay,
don't
so
and I don't want boring Delhi to miss me. I'll only live in Mumbai.
Oh my God, Anupama ji, look
that
what
is
he's saying.
that is super controversial now. Delhiites, just stay
Yeah,
alert. Be
yeah,
nice to
yeah. No,
Pranav.
no, no. We are
Be
not
nice to
boring. We are not
Pranav.
boring, Pranav. I am telling you it.
And I'll stay away from boring Delhi.
I know. Okay, Pranav. So who's your role model?
My role model is John Kota Harena because he's very fit and he does a good ramp walk. And also my role model is my sister and she lives independently in Australia. And I
Oh,
want
wow.
to live independently like her.
Okay. What is she doing? I was not aware of your sister.
And she was managing cooking
Great. I'm so glad. Pranav,
and
one
she is
question.
cleaning the house, but I don't like to cook.
That's okay.
One
Okay,
So
thing,
Pranav.
Pranav, the
one thing,
question
one
was
thing you have.
about her career. So I'm so sorry. So Pranav, they were asking you when they said what does she do, they meant in terms of her
About her
career.
career.
So you can tell them that she works in mental health field. Yeah.
Yeah, she works at mental health.
Okay, okay. So I thought she is only cooking, like she is in a big chef kind of thing.
She also works at mental health.
Wow. Okay, Pranav,
But
we know you like to eat healthy meals as you have told, and you know what you're eating, what you're not eating. But tell me about your cheat diets.
Yeah. I like to eat Cajun potatoes, bread pizza,
Okay.
and also macaroni and bhel puri, Bombay style.
Wow,
you are
Bombay
you
style bhel
are
puri.
Mm.
you are turning out to be my best friend today because you and I have so much in common. I can tell you this. I love what you are saying, and of course, um, there's lots and lots to do. So, one message to to people like you, if you want to give one message, what was that message,
Work
Pranav?
hard, play hard, and believe in your superpower. Mine is autism. What's yours?
Wow,
Wow,
what's yours?
good,
I am
great.
I
Thank
have no words to really. I want to stand up and just clap and clap and clap. I'm so in love with you now.
So Pranav, it was really like electrifying interview with you. Well, with you, I am so excited, so happy. I was just asking ki whether I should ask lesser questions or we could ask even many questions. So glad to have you here, Pranav. And I
Yes, so
think,
glad.
thank you, Pranav. I'm so
You're
happy.
welcome. You're welcome, Vandana.
Yeah, and Delhi is not boring. I'm in Delhi.
But, but I'm finding mm, uh, Delhi boring, not interesting.
Okay, fine. Then I'll come and visit you in Mumbai. Promise.
Sure, Vandana, you can come when I'm going to live in Mumbai.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Wow,
Welcome.
that was a great start, folks. This was Pranav Pranav Bakshi with us, and of course, what a young and a talented, and of course, such an interesting person to have spoken to Vandana. Who's next?
Next is Pulkit and Mita. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening,
Yeah. Hi,
everyone.
Pulkit. Hi, Pulkit.
Good
Uh,
evening, everyone. Hello.
yeah, hi. So, Pulkit, before starting the program, can I also play a video? I have made a collage. Can I play, Mitaji?
Ye-
G,
Yes.
G.
Okay, so this is Pulkit's video. Yes. So, yes, Anupam. So, there's a very beautiful video. It's from Millennium School, Rashid. It's from Pravasi Bharati Happiness Program. There's a lot of things. Pulkit, I
I
saw.
and I wanted to just briefly introduce Pulkit to the panel and to also to our all our listeners and viewers here. Pulkit Chopra, born with cerebral palsy and later diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome, defied doctors' expectations completely. Despite challenges, he excelled academically, graduating high school with 89%, now pursuing an MA in marketing at
Wow.
Heroit Watt University. He is also launching Project Happiness, empowering people of determination by providing a platform to sell handmade products, fostering financial inclusion and societal inclusivity. Welcome, Pulkit, to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this radio program.
Thank you, Pulkit, for honoring us. We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Pulkit, um, let me start by asking, why don't you share some memorable moments from your
School,
Millennium High
Dubai.
School, Dubai?
Mi- Millennium, Millennium School, Dubai. I have uh, jo- jo- in KG2.
Wow.
I have beautiful memories. Wha- One of them are uh, when I was accepted in Millennium School, Dubai, in uh, in um, KG2.
Yes, yes.
Um, my, my principal, Mr. Michael Gusder, sir, um, gi- gave gave me this seat. It was uh uh la- la- it was a life changing experience for me.
Wow.
Wow.
My,
Wow.
um my uh, uh, ne- my other me- memory is when I become the prefect. Um, then the da- dancing for the farewell and the um awa- award functions, but um, but art card. Um, I learned many things from the boys art card. Um, one second. Um,
Perfect.
the boys art card was one of my um, entry point for the marketing. Um, f- uh, um, for it, it was the i- inspiration for project happiness to be born.
Wow. Wow. So Pulkit,
Yeah.
Wow.
you brought such a good topic which I was waiting to ask you. What is Project Happiness?
Project Happiness is a platform for people of determination to sell their handmade products.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. What kind of like products can I ask?
Uh, art and craft pro-
Wow.
products.
So
Okay.
happy. So what made you to become? Yes, 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 Pulkit. I'm.
Can, can I interrupt?
Yes, yes. Well, please,
I am
please.
so fortunate that every year I get something or other from personally made by Pulkit. Every time I get some gifts every year. And this is
Wow.
the thing they started, the set of four coasters, sometimes the bigger ones, sometimes the small ones. And there are so many other things also, but this is the one example I am showing you, the sample.
Wow. Wow. Lovely work. Yes, Pulkit.
And um, the second, um, Project Happiness is a pl- um, platform for people of determination to sell their handmade products and ga- gainfully get uh, em- em- employment opportunities in the society.
Wow. Wow. This is
Great.
something which is so nicely said, Pulkit. And I think you answered my next question. What impact would it make? I'm sure I'm sure you have lots of challenges, Pulkit. What is the biggest challenge in Project Happiness?
The biggest challenge in Project Happiness is um, the the art artist um, are are a, a- we have to motivate them to say that your designs are looking very beautiful, and you uh, your designs are looking very beautiful. Pe- w- like to buy those, like um and support the inclusive um, moment, or the na- uh, challenges, uh, co- co- um, convince that this is a viable option for people. There are many more challenges, like opening a bank account
Wow.
uh, for a startup. It is a very big uh, task, or to um, it has so many pa- parameters to be followed, and so many questions.
Yes.
Wow.
Each
So
challenge uh, takes me take us closer to one step to our mission.
very nice.
So
Very,
nice.
very, very nice. So I'll ask Meetaji a question here. Meetaji, such a great work, and of course, um, I think Pulkit will always have you as his biggest strength. I want to ask, how can people buy these handmade products? So how are these products being sold online, or you have live events? How do you sell them?
And they have an Instagram account, and
Okay.
people can go on the account. They also have a WhatsApp account through which they can order, and they are also in the process of opening their website. So it should be there soon. Pulkit, what's your
Yeah.
Instagram account?
Instagram account is projecthappiness.ue.
So
Okay.
you can follow the account, and you can
Yeah,
place the
yeah, we
order.
will definitely
can,
follow.
you can DM us on our Instagram page um, for our what WhatsApp catalog, or any other product, or any other artist products also.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And you got V4U Radio as your first customer from the show. I can tell you this. All my folks who are watching this, I loved the coaster which just was shared by just by Kusum ji. अभी दिखाया उन्होंने जो coaster दिखा रही थी. I fell in love with the art actually. So great work, guys. You're doing awesome. But how do you find time? And so my question
Yeah, how
is,
you're balancing like your time and
right?
work life.
I have um, made uh, for ti- timetable for each activity. For my start of one timetable for my um, studies, one timetable uh, for I go also for Toastmasters.
Wow.
One timetable
Wow.
for that. Uh, I do other activities um, to improve my skills and listen to audiobooks,
Okay.
and because I need to know how to programming also, so a
Wow.
little bit. So I listen to broadcast uh, pro- podcast about different programming techniques and different te- techniques.
Wow.
You are doing an awesome work, and just like Pranab Pulkit, you are an amazing person, and your accomplishments are like I cannot imagine. Yes, life has never been kind to anyone, and a lot of challenges. But with these challenges, the accomplishments you have, it's just amazingly done. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
for
I
coming.
wanted to ask.
Stay with us. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask the same question with Pulkit also. Ki, what suggestions you want to give the kids who are
Uh,
facing? Yeah.
um, you how to no ha, hard work and determination and perseverance will help you to bring about a change in you in you.
Wow.
And
That's so
my,
true.
my, my motto in life is I can do everything my way.
Wow.
You are doing it in your own way. That's all.
Wonderful, yeah.
You know what, folks, who are again addressing both the panels and the people who are watching us. हम और वंदना ये कह रहे थे यार, ये पहला शो है 2 साल में जो टाइम से शुरू हुआ, और the participants were so focused and so on time, and they were so prepared. उन्होंने अपने ऑडियो अपने वीडियो
किसी का
सेटिंग्स तो
कुछ
पहले ठीक कर
ग्लिच
लिया.
नहीं हुआ फर्स्ट टाइम.
And I said, Vandana, this is what we have to learn from these young bright gentlemen today, that they are doing such a leaving behind such an impression, and I can totally see a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Vandana, who's next?
Yeah, now I want to call Sharan. Sharan, yes, he is here.
Sehran is
Sharan.
from Calgary, Alberta, and before that, if I could introduce his mother as well, who's a great friend and has been a great uh, philosopher guide, and a friend to the radio as well. She is Leela Ahir, former MLA a member of Legislative Assembly of Alberta, dedicated
Yeah.
politician, and seeking for a ticket this year for the seat of Member of Parliament from the Signal riding in Calgary, and she is from the United Conservative Party of Canada. Of course, Leela here, we've got lots of wishes, best wishes for you. You continue doing a good job for the
So
community,
proud of
for
you.
the country. So proud of you to have here, and now bringing Sehran on the
Yeah, today Sharan
stage
is the
here.
hero.
Yes. Do you want to introduce Sehran
Yeah,
here,
I'll
Vandana?
introduce, but prior to that, he's a
Please.
good singer. Let's hear some music. Yes, Sharan, enjoy.
That
Palsy.
Leela is playing piano. Leela ji, you are playing piano.
Yeah. This is my husband, Malky.
Lost in a February song. Tell him it won't be long till he opens his eyes. Opens his eyes. Where is that simple day before colors broke into shades? And how did I ever fade into this life? Into this life. And I never want to let you down. Forgive me if I.
Wow.
Sehran, you stole my heart away. I'm also equally
A
fond
singer.
of music, and
Welcome,
you
sir.
stole my heart away.
Namaskar. So let me introduce Saran. Saran,
Absolutely.
diagnosed with autism at 18 months, loves animals, credits Disney musical for his speaking skills. He's been passionate about acting since age 8, participating in plays and musical theaters. Wow. Winning lead roles and solos. He's competed in festivals on a black belt in Taekwondo. Oh wow, that's a big achievement, Sharan, in 2021, and has been active in Youth Singers of Calgary since 2013, going on multiple tours. He also volunteers with Youth Singers and works part-time at a movie theater. Wow, welcome, Sharan.
And I wanted to just acknowledge one thing, that I've fallen in love with your hair, and and also you certainly are. If you're fond of acting, it shows up in your looks. You're already an actor, and I really wish you good luck. But we'll start here
Yeah.
by just asking. I know that you're fond of Legos, and my son is also. But I still wonder, what do you like about Legos?
I just mostly love building them, and I love the minifigures, and yeah, I just love building Legos so much, more than anything.
Wow. And what is, yeah, I just wanted to know his Lego's fondest memory, if he has any.
I'm gonna have to say the Lego Pod Race, because as a kid it took us years to try and find the Lego Pod Race, but they haven't released one since 1991, and they first released it in 2011.
Wow.
Wow.
It didn't take me long to build when we got home.
That's a waste of all the money. Then mom says, "Oh, it must have taken at least 3 days to complete it, and you just finished
Nope.
it."
Great.
That's good.
But my most big build that I built of the Legos is the Disney Castle, Hogwarts Castle, and the Rivendell from Lord of the Rings.
And those are the most difficult ones, I can tell you this.
Yeah, those are the big ones. The Disney Castle took about 13 hours. Hogwarts.
Oh my God.
Great.
Yep. The Hogwarts Castle, I think it took about 12 hours, and the Rivendell, the Lego Lord of the Rings, took about 11 hours and 10 minutes.
You know what? I always thanked Legos as a company for bringing such a great thing, because as a father of a young kid, I mean two kids, but my son was more into. And if you really had to keep him busy for a few hours, right?
Yeah, give.
And then forget about it. And you could really do something, because as a parent, each one of us know how much demanding sometimes the kids could be, and they just take away the time. And Legos, of course, great skills you have. But I also found you a great, amazing, like your mom. You're a great, amazing singer. Like, when did you start singing?
When I was, I guess, 2.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
So, Sarah, tell us something about your liking for Taekwondo, because you're black belt, as just I told. and how you feel you have earned black belt, because it must be very tough for you and for everybody. Like getting black belt or something like that is a big achievement, I know. So tell something about that.
So I got my started into martial arts when me and my family watched Kung Fu Panda, the first one in 2008. And I got into martial arts, and mom and dad met a few good friends who teach Taekwondo, and I guess they hooked up to them, and we talked about it, and I signed up, and I got into Taekwondo. And I was supposed to get the black belt in 2020, but then the pandemic happened, and they had to cancel it, push back till we can get back to normal and get our vaccines. And man, I fought really hard to win those classes when we were doing them online on Zoom, but I didn't give up till I get that belt.
That is great. That is great. So tell me, after you got the black belt, Taekwondo takes time, perseverance, lot of focus. How did it help you now?
So what helped me to keep going to get that black belt, especially when we were in the pandemic lockdown, was watching some of the movies from Rocky and Creed and the Karate Kid movie and the Cobra Kai series, and watching some of those scenes of what the characters like Rocky Balboa, Adonis Creed, and Daniel LaRusso, what they were going through when they were in their movies, and again what they were going through. It was kind of the same thing what I was going through. Like one of the reasons why I had to keep going no matter what, especially during dark times in the pandemic.
So one question just off the table, and again, just strike me. It just came to my mind. Are your friends now scared of you? Like all the people near you, they know, they know you're a black belt. Must not just take any kind of.
Anupam is scared, I know.
Some of them are a bit scared.
I'm scared.
Some of them are a bit scared, but I'm like, nope, I'm your protector no matter what.
Yes, yes. No, that's great. That's great. I know that you are also a great volunteer to the youth singers. Tell us something about that experience.
So I started volunteering for a gala called Heartfelt. Wait, no, that wasn't the first time I started volunteering. The first time I volunteered with youth singers was for the talent show, and it was for the Act 3 talent show. And the other time I volunteered was for Heartfelt. Heartfelt's a gala to spread awareness to youth singers of Calgary and bring donation.
Wow, wow.
Great.
And I actually volunteered for that last night.
Oh, good. So I also know that you work at the Cineplex. What do you love about working at Cineplex?
Yeah, in Uniplex.
Yes.
And tell something about Uniplex. I'm not aware of.
Cineplex. It's Cineplex. It's basically
Cineplex.
like a mall, a movie.
Okay. Talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So the only thing I like about working at Cineplex is hanging out with some of the friends I work with when it's busy or not busy, and sometimes at the podium I feel like running to some of the people I know.
Okay.
Well, it has been really wonderful to have brought all three of you. You're such bright young.
But I just want to ask one
individuals.
similar question with.
Yeah, please go ahead.
And also, some suggestions for the kids.
Oh yeah, what would you suggest to the kids going through autism?
Like if someone's like not treating you properly, or you're not getting the push that you need, like how I did, just keep going no matter what. Don't let the doubters don't give you respect. Like just keep going no matter what. And if you need help, go to your loved ones no matter what. And what I learned, and this is what I learned from the movie Rocky, and I'll send it to you guys if you're going through this. So
yes.
Yes.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, and how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. That's the one word I can give you guys if you're going through what I went through during that pandemic.
No, I think this is a great advice, Saran. And again, as I was trying to say, we are so honored to have such young, energetic gentlemen like you, Pranav and Pulkit, come and join us.
I just want to interfere for a minute, Anupam. Actually, Pranav has to go. It's already 11 almost in India. So, Pranav, can I
Yes.
bring you on the stage one more time?
Sure.
Yes, Pranav, I just want to thank you. Yes, I just want to thank you on the behalf of whole V4U radio team that you came and gave us time, Pranav. Thank you very
Right.
much.
You're welcome, Vandana.
Thank you, Pranav.
And I will see you in Mumbai.
Sure.
And one
Sure,
more thing, Pranav, I
Anupam.
came to know you love radio, and
Sure,
so
Anupam, and sure, Vandana.
so
Thank you.
Pranav, one offer is there for you. One offer. 1 minute. So would you like to be jockey? Radio jockey?
Uh, I only like to listen to radio.
To radio, not to speak.
See, but he has to go. But he has to go. So I will certainly wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You are doing great
Bye,
job. Keep
Pranav.
keep keep
Thanks.
doing
Bye
good
bye.
work.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Ciao.
Bye, Pranav. Bye bye. Bye. Thank you. Thanks.
Pranav. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And
Bye.
folks, continuing on, and as Pranav said, autism is a superpower. Today, I feel more and this is from the bottom of my heart. How I feel very emotional, yet very powerful, because these folks have really got pushed in the right energy in you. And what I noticed one thing, when we are talking about inclusivity and all that. These kids are the purest souls on earth, and
So
I
true.
think I think they can never be corrupted at all. You cannot, even if you try them, they cannot be corrupted. And that is what one thing, because each one of us, as we see, when a child is born, that is the purest form he has. And as he grows into a young and then getting older, the society, the environment corrupts you, and we all accept that corruption, quite with an open arms sometimes, right? And when I sit with these kids, they have learned to say no when they want to say no. That's it, right? We
Yeah.
haven't, we haven't yet, and so this is what I'm learning from them, that they know how to say yes. This is my time. I'm done. Thank you, and they will walk away without offending you, and they know how to do it, because again, these are the purest souls. So, sorry, Vandana, I just
Yeah,
um,
Anupama ji wanted to reply on Avashmi Datta's
yes,
question.
please
So,
go ahead. Yes,
yes, Anupama ji,
Anupama ji,
please.
please go ahead.
So there was
You
a question on diet. So I thought I will, again that diet thing, since now Pranav is not there, in a way I'm, glad I can speak about it in detail. And Pranav struggled with IBS since childhood. Many of our children do, irritable bowel syndrome. And as he grew up, I realized that he learned to listen to his body also. And when I consulted nutritionists, so there is this low FODMAP diet. It's basically the lower spectrum proteins, and they can be digested easily. So this diet has worked very well in Pranav's case, because he's very particular about his fitness, and he does deadlifts, and does a lot of exercises. It was very important that he eats a good amount of protein, and it was not getting digested. So this kind of diet, low FODMAP diet, which includes the lower level proteins like a lot of cheese, a lot of oat milk, has really worked well with Pranav. He was talking a lot of his junk, choices, but his portion control is like almost Zen like. I wish I could have that. And he's very, very mindful of his choices. So overall, that's what has kind of helped him. So, Oshmi, I hope that answered your question. You can actually Google low FODMAP foods. Cheese is very good, is one of them. And yes, you're right. Behavioral health, it's a co-factor in behavioral health. And in Pranav's case, so it can never go, but it's control, considering that he needs to consume a lot of proteins given his fitness regime. He's very particular about staying absolutely fit. So that's how it has worked for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's back. Now Pranav is back with us. So
Firstly,
I want
Yeah.
I
to
So he couldn't
welcome
probably.
Sir.
Pranav, happy to see you. Pranav and I in two different
so happy
places.
to meet you.
Oh, I'm
So
so
now I
glad,
like to
Pranav.
welcome Saroj Thapaji. Let me tell you all that Saroj madam is with us, and she's the lady behind Sati Prerna Initiative, which is in Dubai. She started it in Dubai.
Uh,
And Kusum,
excuse me, can I log off?
Yes.
yeah, Pranav, you can. It's all
Good
yours.
night.
Good
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 night,
night.
night.
Take care.
everyone.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pranav.
Completely.
Okay.
Okay. So we wanted to
Can I
welcome.
help you out? Okay.
So we really wanted to welcome Saroj Tapaji. This program which you are watching, all the viewers and all the panelists, I wanted to thank Sarojji. I think her internet is just going off and on, but she is the brain behind it, and she really reminded us about such a beautiful month and also such a good population in house who can come and inspire some of the. I'll tell you guys, in Canada, and Leelaji will agree with me, 1 out of 50 kids are going through this challenge. As we all know, this is not a disease. It is just a this is um, how to put it. I mean, they go through as a symptom inside, and then that's where the challenge starts. So no, it's just a disorder rather than a disease. And so, of course, this is the message out there. We want to really spread the awareness. So welcome, Saroj Tapaji. And I also saw Leelaji, your hand was going up when Nupamaji was talking, so I would bring it back to you. Maybe you had something to add there.
Just for 1 second, I just wanted to say how similar Saren is with both of these other young men. I honestly think if they lived in the same place, they'd all be hanging out together. But Saren ended up similar to what you said. He is actually absolutely a fitness freak as well, but he is absolutely completely detailed about what he eats, and the diet that you sent is actually so similar to what we've created on our own. But it's amazing how much they know about their bodies, and these are such smart, incredibly competent young people. And but the society needs to listen to them. They're actually way further ahead than we give credit for. Their brains work differently, and that the way that their brains work is actually so aligned and completely copacetic with the way that the next generation needs to look at their bodies, their exercise, the way that they function, happiness being a feature of the life that they live. So all of it's so funny that you mentioned the diet, Banji, because Saren eats like that, clean every single day, down to like the exact amount that he always has. He's extremely organized that way.
Vandana ji, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm muted. So I just wanted to say Oshmi must be very happy with the answers as he's writing here also. So Sarojji, you missed the show, but you're aware what we were talking. So what is your opinion? We wanted to hear it from you because you are working since so many years. And what is your experience? What is your advice for the kids, mother, parents, friends, to everybody?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show, Vandana. I'm sorry I couldn't be there from the beginning. But yes, from whatever I heard just now, you're talking about the children's different habits and how they live. And I think this is wonderful that we are able to talk about it. It's just they have their uh, the children with special needs, they have their obsessions, they have their regular habits, just like any one of us. We have our obsessions too. We have our quirks, we have our fancies. And if we can just accept them as anybody else, we just accept them as every other person in our lives, I think world would be a much better and a happier place. It's only when we ask them to conform to our rules and our standards, I think that's where the problem lies. Each one has a right to be different. Each one has a right to live the way he or she wants. That's basically that's what I believe in. That's the philosophy that I go by.
No,
And
such a
Kusunji,
great way.
yeah, and wanted to hear from Kusunji also. What is your experience? Like you were also working with Saroj Thapaji, I remember, and you made me also to work with her with that Prerna Sati. So
Vanna, as you said, yes, I'm very happy and thank you so much for bringing here to me also on this channel. Yes, Sarojji was the person behind all this we are doing. She's saw the seed for this idea, and then everybody got together and made it. I joined them, I think, after 1 year. I joined them. But yes, the awareness, first of all, it was a great awareness for me to work with such children. And every time I go there or I come back home, मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगी, मैं शत शत नमन सब मम्मियों को, सब मदर्स को, इतना अपने अपने जॉब छोड़ के, मीता का ही ले लो, मीता को आई नो, पूरा अपना कैरियर छोड़ के शैडो मदर की तरह बच्चे के साथ लगी हुई हैं, पर उसका रिजल्ट, उसकी खुशी तब दिखती है जब बच्चा आगे इतना सक्सेसफुल हो रहा है. क्यों मीता, ठीक है? क्योंकि बच्चा आगे इतना अच्छा कर रहा है तो ऑल इज वर्थ. और फर्स्ट जो सरोज जी से भी डिस्कशन में हमेशा यही समझ में आया है कि किसी भी को कम नहीं समझो. They are different, not less.
Yeah.
That was the first lesson even I remember I learned. And moving, eating, reading, we mothers or parents or hum friends, sabko, we have to encourage them. Go with their speed. They can do each and everything once they determine. As just now Pulkit just told us that we have to determine that we can do this and then we can do it. So kabhi bhi, my first thing is that we should never think them they are less. They are equally good. Only they are little different, little slow. It's not a disease. It's a condition. That's the thing. This is what I have learned. And only patience and patience works with these children. Not children, all adults and everybody. Yeah, only patience works. Yeah. Thank
Very
you.
well said. Very well said.
Thank
you. Saroji, you wanted to say something, I believe.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize Pulkit was here. Somehow my screen is so small that each person is just a small thumbnail. So Pulkit, Meeta, hello. And I think that...
Good evening.
So let me introduce you with Pulkit. Meeta is here. Then you can see Leela, Ahirji and Saran. And
Leela,
Anupama,
hi, Leela.
Pranav, our hero, has just left the show. He's from India. He was from India actually, and she's yes now.
Yeah. So yes. I mean, if you're talking about roles that mothers play, the support that you provide. I mean, Meeta and Pulkit, and I'm sure it's Laila and your son. I mean, each one of you are examples of this. How, if you work hard enough, you achieve success. You make, the life much more enriching for yourselves and for other people around you. And so I've seen Meeta and Pulkit when Pulkit was a little boy, and you worked tirelessly together, and Meeta's been a support all throughout. And so this kind of examples, I see it in so many other homes as well. People who were working in really good companies and had a career of their own. When they realize that their children need help, the mothers just give up everything and sacrifice, in a sense, sacrifice what the career might have been to work with the children. They make this their life. They make this the mission, and the children are so successful. I mean, there is the other home with Raji and Karthik, right? Karthik is now almost coming on this Indian scene of for singing. He's so good, but the mothers work, mother and father, Raji and Krish, work tirelessly for that. supported Karthik and everything. Said, I know another friend here who also is doing this to support her son. And now she has become such an expert on autism. When the child was about 1 year or 2 years, the doctor said, he's not going to do anything, or he's not going to be able to do much in life. And she needed her mission to prove the doctor wrong. And now this kid is, he topped grade 10 board, and he's now just given his grade 12 exams. And we all know that he's very, very talented, and he will go to do, great things. So that's the kind of thing. Mothers are the support, the pillar in the household. Not only do they support the children, they also support the rest of the family, because when there is disability, or when there is a situation like this at home, everybody in the family is affected, right? Everybody feels kind of they need to do something, they need to support, but they don't know how. And it's always the mother who plays such a prominent role, pivotal role, supporting the child, supporting the husband, supporting the in-laws, and the rest of the family, grandparents who don't know what's gone wrong, and who sort of start sometimes, unfortunately, the blame game, saying that you did something wrong when the child was in your womb, and that kind of stuff. And the mothers always are the ones who bring about a positive change. So yeah, hats off to your mothers.
Yeah, we should actually.
Sarojji, you brought such a good point. In fact, कहते हैं ना आपातकालीन स्थिति में ऊपर वाले ने भी माँ को या औरत को मर्द से ज़्यादा सशक्त बनाया है, और उसका रीज़न भी यही है क्योंकि दे कैन सोक इन मोर देन द मेन कैन. और आई ऑलवेज बिलीव्ड इन, जब भी हमने तो कई वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट शो किए हैं, इसमें मेरे ख्याल से आप भी एक आध शो में हमारे साथ रहे हैं, और कई women here have shared those platforms, and I proudly stand up and say that what brilliant women and what empowerment can do if at all we continue to support that pillar which V4U Radio strongly believes in, which is women empowerment. The result is in front of us. Of course, not that fathers are not supportive. However, जब भी कोई whenever in crisis, I think women have been blessed to stand up more powerful, or have that inner power to take control and stay calm and stay balanced. Men normally react to, and this is just how the world has been created, right? So lots to learn from the mothers, lots to learn from the women, lots to learn, and again, providing that support and balance when good times and bad. आज का शो तो गजब है, कसम से, मतलब मज़ा आ जाता है जब भी ऐसा कोई शो लेके आते हैं हम लोग, और हम तो देख रहे हैं अमाउंट ऑफ सपोर्ट यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग इन दी from the listeners, from the viewers, and I always say that I am just a lucky one that I'm part of the radio. Dr. Vandana has been certainly the pillar and the vision and the force behind it, and I just follow. I think the best thing is, if you follow, you will certainly reach at the top. Sometimes blind faith has its own benefits. Anyways, Leela ji, you've been quiet, and I know your struggles have been really, and you've been such a great, not just a leader at home, but leader outside. Politically, you've been very active, very dedicated, committed to lots of things. And again, why don't you tell something about what you see out in Canada, and in regards to how these synergies, I mean, we hear some, because this is the purpose of a digital platform, to connect the world who's fighting same challenges. So from Canadian perspective, please.
Sure. And I would just like to comment briefly too on what Sarojji said and others, and it's so beautiful to hear from everybody's perspective, and especially when you see the impact when you're with those little ones, or the kids or the adults, and the impact that they have on your lives. One thing that I'll say just broadly is that people change your life if you're open enough to listen to their stories and the conversations. And we've had many on here that have had challenges from various aspects. And Saren, please feel free to chime in. And I would suggest that we use the word, the obsessive behavior and the things that they do, the perseverating that kids and adults have with autism. But one thing I would add to change just the light on that a little bit is that it is actually intention, not so much obsession. Intention is a completely different way of looking at somebody who perseveres to get the things that they need in their lives. As a woman in Canada, we're very privileged here to have a lot of services and things. And as a young mom, had I not been in Alberta and had I not had access to the things that we had with early intervention, and early intervention is absolutely key. There is, I'm sure the data is certainly there, but early intervention, and Pulkit, I just wanted to bring you into this conversation because you're so bright and wonderful. And I wish that we could see each other in person. I hope you guys all get to meet each other one day. But Pulkit is going for a master's degree, right? That's, if I read that correctly. I don't have a master's degree. I wouldn't have even considered it at that point. I had children and everything. Pulkit, you're that future that shows us what your brain is capable of. And the things that you've been through, which is different than Saren's, you're the next generation of people that will show all of us the roadmap to success, that there is nothing that holds you back. In fact, it's society and societal norms and stigma that are the things that hold us back, not what we can actually accomplish. It takes a different level of work, right, honey? Like, you have to work differently. It's a different strategy. We have to look at things differently. When Saren was when he was little, he was nonverbal. So I'm a musician and a music teacher. So I used my gifts and my talents to pull that out of him. Disney did that for you, didn't it? Yeah. And we used mechanisms in autism that were considered problems, like echolalia and other things that are considered issues within the autistic framework. Those became our tools to help Saren be able to express himself with the language of cartoons, with the language of Star Wars, with the language of things that mattered to him. And we pulled that into our language, and all of a sudden communication was possible. So I would suggest, from a Canadian perspective, we have a lot of programs and things that are going on here, but we're no further ahead as far as understanding how to remove the stigma and making sure that these young men and women and people that are going through these particular situations have a life and a roadmap to successful life. Every mother on here will tell you that the successes that we have with our children are like any mother. But the only thing, I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't speak for the other mummies, but I'll speak for myself. I want Saren to have a life and a marriage and children and a happiness and a future that all of us take for granted. That's what I want for him. I want for him to be able to have a safe access to meet somebody, the love of his life, so that he can continue on his life. So I can be grandma,
Wow.
and help take care of that. He's such a beautiful soul and takes care of animals and children, and has, how you were talking, Sarojji, about patience? We'll talk to our kids about patience, because they have to live with us, whose brains are 14 steps ahead, and bring us back to where their heads are at, to explain what they're doing and where they're at. And Pulkit, when we're listening to you speak, when you take that time and you pull out that incredible information from your brain and force us to sit and listen, it's the best thing that you can do for us. And you don't ever need to rush. You think about it, you take your time, you're so smart, and we want to hear what you have to say. The same thing. And in Canada, I think we have an opportunity to very much lead here, but I think India and other countries are also seeing the incredible value, and that value proposition that these kids bring into our world. And and I wish Pranam was still here, because he's just such an eloquent speaker. But these kids, these young adults, they're our roadmap. And if we're not listening, we don't understand what is coming in the future. And all of us are going to have a disability at some point in our lifetimes. We will not be able to walk. We will not be able to brush our hair. We may not be able to feed ourselves. We may not be able to do any of those things. These beautiful humans give us strategy, strength, and resilience long before it may even be necessary. So that gift is something that needs to be explored and manifested. I know for myself, I've done that at the provincial level, but that was because I had the privilege of having this child born to me. So if I can do anything to help any of you, if we can do anything to help any of you, and thank you so much, Vandana ji and Anu ji, you're my family now. Thank you for giving us this platform to show our beautiful kids off, and to share with other mummies and other advocates in this space, because I'm telling you, it's a tribe. My dog agrees. It's a tribe. We have to do this together, and these kids' futures and our futures are completely dependent upon how we treat, acknowledge, and uplift this particular group of people.
This is one of the shows where I do not want to end at all, to be honest. I mean, I've got so much to still talk about, and one thing Pranav brought up, and that was towards his when he was talking about the economic independence, and this is the best gift we can give in return to these wonderful folks, that given opportunities to let them stand beside you and show to the world that they're capable of doing anything and everything. I'll give you an example, and I'm very fortunate. For last 19 years, I'm staying in a foreign land. Of course, Canada is now my country, I call it, and I'm so fortunate that I work with so many people. And my Starbucks, I go to a coffee place, I'll tell you this, that the server there has one of these disorders. However, I wouldn't have found a better server because he recognizes me so very well, because he's been seeing me the last 5 years. He knows what I want, and he is so nice to me that I can tell you that, hey, he the moment he sees me, he knows this is what I'm going to order, and he will keep it ready. And also the way he greets you, and oh my god, and same thing is with my salon person. So these are the yes,
Exam.
not everyone can do everything, we all have to agree this, but there are certain things that they can do so very well that others cannot. My salon guy, he would make sure, so diligent, every hair he touches, he has to make sure that he would not let me go until it's done. And I'm very conscious about I don't know, my hairdo. So because I may have found the right person, I think, right? And he would just patiently do it. So anyways, I'm overly emotional because when Saroji brought this up, hey, I felt that, thank you for bringing up, because there is certainly a great excitement to talk to young leaders like these, who get a chance to share their heart out, because normally they have their mouths to really go and share it. They don't, and they're so quiet people, they would not share with anybody else. So anyways, I mean, this is one of the things I want to bring up. Oh my god, I'm very emotional, so I'll just go
Anupama
quiet.
ji, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
please.
Anupam, yeah. He's giving so many examples. Actually, we also have. But Anupama ji, you give some suggestions as mother. You have also like अपने बच्चे को आपने बड़ा किया है. You know the tricks, techniques, and you can guide few mothers like who thinks कि now it's over. So please say something.
So I think I'm also a learner along the journey. You learn with your children because you never get a manual. But as a mother of a neurodiverse young, lady, and Pranav, I've seen that with our neurotypical children, we allow them the liberty to explore, and it's all right if it doesn't work out, and do what you want and live where you live. Like my daughter lives in Australia, and I was very happy that she's chosen what she wants, and she manages. So why not, Pranav? So when he started off, his economic independence was the last thing on my mind. So I guess my stakes were very low, and I'm very embarrassed about that. So as he evolved, and I'm so surprised that just like his sister, he wants to have that, very nice looking studio apartment, and he doesn't want to admit that Mumbai is full of slums, or it's dirty, or it's overcrowded, or he'll find it difficult. He's saving every penny he earns so that he can afford a house on rent. On When I say house, it means a one room flat on his own. Isn't that amazing? This just came along the way. And every weekend he'll sit down, and very sadly he'll explore all the rents, and then he's like, I still can't afford it. So I will never have that weak moment where I'll tell him, all right, Pranav, I'm paying your rent. Because that's another thing, you have to weigh your pros and cons. Because I'll give him a very unreal picture of the world where I say, "Oh, all right, I'll support you, and you just go and follow your dreams." It doesn't happen like that, again, because if we're allowing him to dream, we also need to set the parameters. So what I need to say, is like what I learned. Of course, there are IEPs, and of course there are prognoses, but I guess we need to move beyond that. So from Canada, we've heard all the best things already. Like she already said, we're so blessed, and we all aspire for the best for our children. and they're such good, well behaved, people. Somebody asked Pranav the other day, because sometimes the questions are very open ended for our children. So it was also like an interview format, and somebody asked Pranav, what do you want? So that was probably meant as a very I would say existential question about his life. And he said, I don't want Israel and Hamas to fight. So
Oh
So
my Lord.
sweet.
it just came out of the blue. And then he said that I don't like it when children die. So I think that we have presented a very curated life to them. They see it all and they know it all. And their vision of the world is very, very simple. It's very, very I think in many dimensions it's not multi-dimensional, but that's all right. Now with Pranav, when he talks of autism as a superpower, when we started off, I wanted him to have a good scaffolding that, okay, Pranav, it's all well. But along the way, that superpower metaphor has also evolved. Every time we see a Marvel movie where the superheroes fail,
Yeah.
or they cry,
Yeah.
or Marvel movies are really evolving, and the super performers are not super performers, they're so human. It gives me an opportunity to discuss with Pranav how even superpowers have chinks, and how even like when Iron Man died, Pranav was like shocked, and then we had a long discussion on how superpowers are also not invincible. So along the way we will also explore, we will learn. But to sum up, I will never ever try to curtail his desires to do what he wants and desires to feel what he wants to be. Like any other individual in this world, he has a right to try and fail and succeed. And I just hope that this ecosystem that our children are surrounded with, not just the mothers, allow that to happen. That's it. And I guess I'm speaking for all us mothers here, and that's what I dream for and look forward to in his life and in the life for all our brilliant young adults.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. Very nice. Nice to know all this. Yes.
So Mitaji, Anupam, you are silent, you are quiet.
नहीं भाई, बच्चों ने तो in this young leaders have really sealed your lips. कहते हैं हर आदमी, हम लोग जो बड़े कहते नहीं कि काश हम हमेशा बच्चे ही रहते. I wish we were kids always. वो kids में भी these young people, they grow, but their heart is so pure that they still have the ability to keep the kids alive. और इनका decision process भी हमने notice किया है. They keep the emotions out, they make a rational decision, like what's right, what's wrong. They're gifted. And so this is what we have to learn, where he says that I wish there was no fight. Well, they have the ability to really make it.
And we should be ready for all like I thought that I'm micromanaging and macromanaging Pranav's life. I'm traveling from another city, I'm traveling for work. Honestly, Pranav is very, very happy that I'm out of his hair, and that makes me happy. It doesn't make me feel that, oh God, I gave my life to this young man and he's driving without me. That's what I probably lived for.
And the Project Happiness which Pulkit is working on. I mean, don't we all want such things to really? Don't we all find ourselves associated? But he has a plan in place. It's not just a project. He has got execution. See his handmade products and all that, Instagram now, website. So such organized, planned, and they are so meticulous that this is now they've achieved now the next goal, and now they never get lost in the bigness of something, which we tend to. So I mean that's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Raji.
Anuji. I was going to say, Pulkit, we're following you on Instagram now.
And we are buying. So V4U Radio is about to place an order as well.
Okay, let's follow each other.
Yes.
Okay, so Mitaji, you tell me your story about Pulkit and what you think and what you want to give advice like to the young mothers or mothers, like same question which I asked to Anupamaji.
First of all, I know our journey as a mother with a child with special needs starts at the point when the doctor starts giving you the diagnosis. And it not come out very well. Most of them will write you off on various aspects. But once you cross that hurdle, look at your child, act, and then feel what they are trying to tell you. And then you start believing them. At that point is where your actual journey starts. Believe in your child, believe in what they're trying to say, start believing what your heart feels. And it's a God given duty. So there is nothing much to, worry about. It's a job given to you. Start off on it. And then you start meeting people who make a difference in your life. It just starts from that point. And one thing I've seen with our children, like normally they say, it needs a whole village to bring them up. It happens as you move along, as you go along, you keep meeting people who will, once you show a belief, they start joining you. They start helping you in that process. In Dubai now, children with special needs are called people of determination.
Okay.
It's a lovely name to call them by, people of determination.
Wow.
And there are many rules and regulations in place for them to be admitted into schools and for their education. But like 20 years back, when we were looking for a school for Pulki, it was very difficult to find one. But we were lucky. My daughter went to the Millennium School, and like the sibling always makes them feel this is what I want to do. So he also wanted to go to the school, and he was already in a special needs school. We went there, and the principal said, "Okay, I have so many children studying. Why can't one more student come in?" So Mr. Gasda gave him a seat. The school's motto was, "We choose to care." And trust me, they lived up to that motto right up till grade 12. I never expected. I thought we'll do up to fourth standard or something. Pulkit was having many health problems at that time. Plus, he has vision difficulties, he had speech difficulties, and because of his kidney trouble. The principal asked me, they said, "Why don't you come as a shadow?" The teacher was so confident to accept a parent in the class. So
Wow.
that's where our journey started. And as the journey was going on, and that's the point when I got an opportunity to meet Dr. Saroj, and I went to her and said, "This is what is happening, and we need more support in the society. We need more awareness." And that's how she brought so many of us together to form Sathi, and which then turned into Prerna, is still growing strong in Dubai. So her baby is still alive and kicking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then joining has been, the motivator and putting in so many things in place. But what I wanted to say is that sometime in your life, a big difference is brought in by people who bring in their positive energies. I met so many doctors saying he can't see, he can't see. You meet one doctor who said, "You see the most amount of colors in your dreams and your eyes are closed." That one sentence gave an idea that seeing happens somewhere else. It is not exactly. So it helped us to train
Wow.
him. He gave more ideas. These were the people who actually lit our way, and they helped Pulkit reach where he is today.
I am.
His school gave him an opportunity when I thought like it's not possible. He was actually hospitalized when they called me and said, "Look, we have to start for a try for grade 10." I said, "How, sir? He can." "No, we are going to do this." They had a whole process in place of how we'll go to CBSE to get the approvals. 10th done, I thought, okay, fine. Now we have to, we'll do something else. They said, "No, you have to do 12th. And then you want to do art also." I said, "Look, he can't see." He says, "Wait, let him try." And that all helped now today in Project Happiness.
Yeah, he's making crafts.
Yeah, in school, like from grade 8th onwards, when he used to tell his, "I want to put up a stall." Yes, Pulkit, put up a stall. A whole band of boys would come. That was the boys' art card. They would help. They would come home, also sit, make things, sell. That
Wow.
became the idea for Project Happiness.
Great, Pulkit.
He joined college, spoke to his professor. He was taken up entrepreneurship, gave her the idea, and that's where she supported him on it. And before he knew, he had a trade license in his hand. sometimes I really think that our journey becomes beautiful because of all the people that we meet, and we got to tell them that they make a difference to our life, because that will motivate others also, and you'll also show them that, look, anything put in here today is going to reach some other point tomorrow, which will be very helpful for everyone.
So true.
So that feedback also we need to keep giving to everybody. And one most important thing as our children are growing up is I'm feeling is there has to be a pathway for their employment, because that
Yeah.
once that pathway is created, a lot of stigma and the tensions that parents carry will be taken away. So, and like, we have reservations and so many things. Why don't we have certain kind of activities or jobs that are reserved, and from childhood itself children can be taught those skills on side by side along with what they're doing as per their choice, what they like to do, whichever thing they like to do. And then they can go into work in certain areas which are well guarded, well supported, give them the right environment, so they can work in it. And when they're ready to shift into mainstream, they can do that. If somebody is more comfortable living in a protected environment, they should do that. So
Yeah.
this is something that needs to be put aside. Certain areas just for them to work in. And
बिल्कुल
once they have that opportunity, I think so most parents will stop worrying. Okay,
About their kids.
yeah, because then they'll have that roadmap that they
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
work on. And that would
Security is actually very much important, and in India, it's really challenging. I think Saroj Thapa will support me for that because we are facing such issues day and night. So
Yes.
anyway, हाँ जी Saroj ji.
Um, thank you, Meeta, for very kind words, and also you have narrated the entire journey that you've had, and I'm glad that I and Kusum and so many others from Sati have had a role to play in Pulkit's journey too. And but organizations like this have have thrived and continue to grow because of dedication of people like you. Because Meeta's been a pillar right from the beginning. How um, sharing information with parents, our Sati Manthan, right? The evenings where uh, we would have experts share their knowledge with the community, with the parents. That Meeta took on. Also, when we brought children from mainstream to play and interact with children with autism, or the awesome children, right? So this was something that Meeta took it on upon herself to liaise with the schools so that we could have this kind of continuous interactions. You remember, Meeta, the first time when we did this exercise of bringing children together, this was at a school,
modern.
modern high school, and the children were playing basketball, and the kids, there was one kid on a wheelchair who was also playing basketball, and the mother was sitting on the side and crying, and we said, "Why are you crying?" And she says, "This is the first time my child has played with somebody else other than my husband and myself." And she was just so overwhelmed by that opportunity for her son to participate in a just an ordinary basketball game. And so Meeta made it possible along with other volunteers to have these kind of opportunities brought, um, uh, opportunities made available. And you are still so active in Prerna and Kusum, and there's so many others. Our numbers have dwindled actually compared to how we started, but still you're making it grow and continue at the same time. So which is great. And this is something that I really want to say about what you're talking about, a roadmap for our children, what happens to them as they grow older. And I think, Laila, this is where we had connected last time. All parents worry about what happens when we are not there, what happens to the children, right? And so, of course, right at this stage, the children are just blossoming. They are trying to find jobs. they'll they'll become. I mean, I'm sure Pulkit will become a great entrepreneur, and he'll continue to develop. But he needs your support still. And so your worry, I'm sure, in the heart of hearts, is what happens if I'm not there. And that's like so many people feel, and that's when communities need to come together. We have to form these fellowships, that so that we are there. If even if I'm not there, others are there to support. Formation of trusts, to ensure that the children are well looked after, or not children anymore. These individuals are looked after. They have that basic security and comfort, which is ensured, right? Which is there for them throughout. And so that's the kind of thing that why it is so important to have this kind of interactions. Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Anupam, for bringing us together, because we are forming that community. These interactions make us realize that, hey, we are all in the same boat, and we need to keep that community alive and thriving so that our children benefit from it in future. Yeah, so we become friends by these kind of dialogues, and our children will also find fellowship with the other children. I heard you say their fitness obsession or whatever, the kind of thing that they have, common interests that they have. That's how friendships are forged, and we need to have that. Doesn't matter now with this age of internet. It doesn't matter whether Pulkit sits in Dubai or Sharon sits in Canada. I mean, you can be friends wherever you are, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So that's how, I mean, all of us are able to talk on this platform because the technology makes it possible.
Yes.
So, yeah. So this is the way to go forward, that we need to keep forming these communities. We need to keep exploring for ideas on what are the possibilities that we can open up for our children, and what kind of jobs, and what kind. I mean, maybe there are jobs that exist. This another family who has a son with autism. I'm talking about Bobby and
Vikram.
Sorry.
Vikram.
Vikram, yeah, Vikram and Anil. So father is Bobby and Anil. And Vikram, who was non-verbal who is non-verbal till 27 years, and he had no way of communicating. Suddenly he has kind of found his voice through messages that he types, and now he's able to write poetry, and what deep thoughts are being expressed through his poetry. He recently presented in a poetry session, a poetry festival in Bangalore, and he had written it. The AI voice read it out to the public. Oh, what deep thoughts! And it's like maybe this is suddenly he's found an avenue, a voice, and his poetry is also being studied in an Ivy League college. I forget the name of the college, where the professors presenting it as a current literature. That this is what's happening in the world of poetry now, and Vikram's poems are being talked about there. But his sister Jilika is working working with Microsoft on creating a platform that can match the abilities of the job seeker, which is like people like her brother with autism, with the existing jobs that may exist already with corporates, Microsoft and Google and Amazon and everywhere else. And so finding that match. And this is only a prototype at the moment, but I'm sure it'll become a success. And here's this girl who's also very, very motivated because she sees her brother's struggle, she sees her parents' struggle. And yeah, so this kind of thing will probably make life easier in future about finding the right job for the children, which matches their abilities.
Great discussion, guys. And I just wanted to tell you this is just the beginning. It's not the end, just the beginning of a great community, great conversations which we are starting. V4U Radio is a social enterprise. It's a digital media platform. And before I sum up what we heard, I just wanted to first of all thank the young three leaders, Pulkit, Pranav, and Seran, for taking time, to be honest, and your mothers, of course. Without you,
Nothing is possible.
great women, these young leaders would certainly have not been as brightly shining as they are right now. It's all the empowerment which you have, and it's not just 1, 2, 3, it's years and years, like Pranav is touching of maybe 23, 24 years. So of course we can understand how much patience, how much time we were spent. I wanted to remind all my listeners who joined, thank you first, and then who would be watching this show, reminding, if you have anything like this in your mind, if you want to really bring it as a discussion, please bring it forward, because this is what gives us idea. We don't just bring ideas from the space. The ideas come from the people who are living with some kind of they want to bring up a good discussion, heartful discussion, laugh together. We are not alpha male. I never call myself alpha male. I like to even become emotional and cry sometimes, because so many times and again. So today's, again, what it wouldn't have been a better month. So thank you, Soroji, for bringing up. April is the month of to dedicate it to this particular issue and a disorder. As Leela ji mentioned, each one of us at some stage will have a certain disorder in life, and so these young folks are preparing ourselves much before we even get there. So I thank you all, Anupama ji, Meeta ji,
Leela ji, Kusum ji.
Leela ji, Kusum ji, for joining us, for such a spending so much time, and of course, and my young leaders as well. And thank you, Vandana. I cannot end the show without saying thank you to you, because you always bring such great topics for discussion where I do not want to leave. No one else wants to leave. We just want to go on and on. However, this is just the beginning. So I want to thank each one of you. Thank you, Vandana.
For your kind information for everybody, I left the invite of the Kailash Kher's program going on.
Oh my God.
I said, no.
Please, Abhi jaiye, you will get the chance.
No, it's okay. I said no.
नहीं, कैलाश भाई को पता हो तो यहाँ हमारे से गाते कैलाश भाई जुड़े हुए हैं, वो अभी काफी
एनीवे अनुपमा जी, आप मुझसे बार पूछते थे कि मतलब इस टॉपिक पे आप इतना बात क्यों करना चाहते हैं, मतलब व्हाट इंस्पायर्स यू, तो एक रीजन ये कुसुम जी भी हैं इसके पीछे जो मुझे
great. I'm very happy to connect with all the moms here, and because your own journey makes you a lone wolf, because you're into your own next step, and it's always great to be connected. And it was very interesting to hear about the poet Vikram, and I think I can also, April month has so much significance. So before Pranav came in my life, I was a voracious reader and loved poetry, and I'm suddenly reminded of April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land. So, for us also, probably we all bred lilacs out of the dead land. I guess, not us as mothers, but we were part of the journey where our children did that. So even poetry gets a new significance for us, I guess. And thank you for having us. It was really nice listening to all the inspiring mothers.
And if you all allow me, of course, if you all allow me,
I would want Pranav to be connected with both the young men. He had to leave. He WhatsApped me an apology. You know how our young adults are. They're particular about their timing.
That's
just
okay. I know it's almost 12 here in India. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, no, he did apologize because he's now dozing off. But he wants to be connected with the two young men. I hope that will be possible, because social media is where he's also very active. Our children love to be.
Right.
And I'm sure he'll be able to.
Yeah, I share everybody's email, Insta, whatever you say.
And it will be a remiss if I do not just end up with one thing which I'm really wanted to talk about to all my Canadians, Edmontonians, Calgarians, especially from Signal Hill. I am supporting Leela here for the seat of MP. So
we support you too.
Vote Leela.com. because it really matters who really is moving forward as a political leader as well. Of course, my full support. So thank you to all, Leela ji, Kusum ji, Saroj ji, Anupama ji, and Meeta ji for giving that thing. And thanks,
Pranav,
Vandana.
Pulkit,
Thank you, Ji.
and
Thank
Sharon.
you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Thank you.
Tehran was
you.
diagnosed with
Thank you.
autism
Bye.
when he was a year and a
Bye-bye,
half
bye-bye.
old.
Thank you.
Leela.
He has
you.
been
Namaste.
heavily involved in acting movement and
Thank
dialogue,
you, sir.
monologues from movies and TV, and multiple
Thank you,
shows since the
Anupama ji.
age of 8. He has done plays and musical
Thanks,
theater.
Meeta.
Pulkit
Thank
Chopra,
you.
born
Thank
with
you so
cerebral
much.
palsy
Thank
and
you.
nephrotic syndrome, defied odds to excel academically. Graduated with 89% in grade 12, he now pursues an MA
hero,
in
Pulkit.
marketing at Heriot-Watt University, while founding
Thank
Project
you.
Happiness to
Yeah.
empower
Thank
people
you.
of determination through
Thank you.
handmade product sales. Pranav Bakshi, 23, India's first fashion model with autism, is a versatile talent. He's excelled on runways, won awards, delivered TEDx talks, designed for Tata Power, and works as an associate digital producer at Thomson Reuters. Leela Ahir, Anupama Bakshi, Meeta Chopra, Saroj Thapa, and Kusum Datta tirelessly support providing encouragement and a nurturing environment